All right, guys, we are back. We're watching Auburn and Virginia in the NCAA 2019 Final Four. This is the second segment of this breakdown and starts to heat up. So we get to break down their offense a little bit more, Virginia's offense a little bit more, and we'll talk about some skill sets like going off the screens properly and some other good stuff. So let's jump right to it. Good look, great pass, and a good finish. So let's talk about how we ended up with this opportunity. So first thing is, let's break down Virginia's offense. They have a really simple offense. So the way it works is they have a big who is typically at this block down here. So he's here to set a screen, and then we have another big who is typically at the elbow, and he'll set a flare screen. So and the guards basically come off screen looking for the shot or looking for the dump down to the big if they don't play it well. So we'll start off with the ball with the point guard. And we have a guard coming off this wing over here. So he makes that pass. Anytime he makes a pass, he's gonna go and anytime he makes a pass, he's going to go the opposite direction, and he should have a flare screen. However, this is important. This is the Final Four. Usually teams won't revamp their entire offense. They won't start running new plays because you just won't be that good at them at that point. And so what they'll do is they'll throw in wrinkles. It's actually, believe it or not, it's an advantage that teams think they know what you're going to do. Because when they think they know what you're going to do, then you can do something else. Just like if you think Steph Curry's going to shoot this three, when he pump fakes, he's probably gonna get a layup. And so you gotta, it's, chess. So they gotta think a step ahead. And so in this situation, this was a great example of it. So we got the guard coming off of this screen, and I want you to see how casual the guard is. So I'm talking about number 11 over here. So number 11 is he made his pass, and he's gonna come off this screen really casual. So check this out. Bam. As soon as he gets to the screen, he turns and he knows that they're not ready for this wrinkle that the coach is throwing into their offense. So he's coming back to the top. On that catch, there was no communication. And so typically in fact, you could see it. You could see the big guy calling out the screen. So this big guy is going to call out the screen, and I'll show you exactly where. Bam. He called out the screen. Bam. So he was ready to communicate that. They do a scouting report. They watch film, so they know what's going on. So he saw that coming. Communication. And then no communication. Caught them off guard. This is why we love basketball. And so what ends up happening is we got a double team, and not on purpose. They got a double team, and now we got a big guy floating around near your rim. So that's bad for the defense. And so he makes this pass, feels like he did something special because he's a smart kid, and he did do something special. That's basketball, and that's basketball at its finest. In this situation, this is something that most players don't understand. So this is off a made basket. Watch how quick he gets the ball up the court. He pushes it. He's not playing around with him. He made one move and he went. So let's watch it again. He's going to start off with his right hand. He's going to do one crossover. Bam. Explode. He probes a little bit. Sees that he has nothing. That's it. That's what coaches are asking you to do. That's what coaches are asking you to do. They're asking you to get the ball, push it up the court as fast as you can. If you don't have anything, you bring it out. Let's initiate the offense. If you have something, then be aggressive and attack it. If not, that's the probe. So probing is, and I'll show you, literally him getting to this point and saying, you know what? I don't like our numbers. I don't like my odds. All right, I've seen enough. And then he just pulls it out, and we get into the offense. And It's as simple as that. A lot of kids, they walk the ball up the court, they make 5, 6, 7 moves, and they feel like they're doing something to get the ball up the court. And they feel like they're a good ball handler. This is what the good ball handlers are doing. The good ball handlers are making one move, and they're beating their guy. Bam. Pushing it up the court with his left hand. It's good stuff. So So let's talk about this, and this is the difference in the game, if you ask me. So Virginia, we've already seen they have guys that come off the screens really tight. For Auburn, I didn't even see a screen set, and it's hard to set the screen. So he's trying to set a screen, but look how wide he's coming off the screen. So as he tries to get into here, he's just gonna squeeze through there with him. We talked about going footsteps. You're not forcing him to go footsteps if you're leaving that big old gap. And if you can force him to go footsteps and put him behind you, what typically will happen is just for a second, as he gets to here, his man has to hold and help, and then he slips to the rim. And it's just a chain reaction, and that's basketball. That chain reaction, pass over the top, that's a dunk. You see it on ESPN, Sports Center. Like that's why we love basketball, because of plays like that, because of the chess match. And it also has surface stuff like the dunk. Anybody can watch the dunk and see it's great. But this is what coaches love to see. They love to see that action. And by him not coming off that screen tight, all we get is just the one-on-one out of it, which is just he caught the ball, a couple dribbles, he shoots over a defender and misses. So could have been better. I mean, it's not a terrible shot, but it could have been great. Could have been a great possession. Now look at the difference. See, he had to foul him. But they're still running. They're still running the same offense. In this situation, and this is interesting because he's making even though they're not set up. Ideally, he's here now, and then the point guard just got off the ball. He passed it there. When the point guard gets off the ball, first thing he does is he comes off a flare. So he's trying to get set up. He actually should be way down there to set that baseline screen, and then the point guard is going to come off this flare from the big guy. So let's see it unfold. So now they're actually set up. So that's the setup. Although the big guy on the backside should be near the block, but he's coming off his flare. So the point guard's coming off his flare, bam, and then we got the other guard on the other side doing what he's supposed to do. And that's all we want, guys. That's all the coaches want, is for you to do what you've been coached to do. Shoulder to shoulder. Oh, I got it, coach. Yeah, I know how to do that. Well, then do it. If you know how to do it, then do it. So he did it, and he got fouled. And look at the reaction of the defender. So the defender's trying to get there. We set a real screen, and now he had to fight through the screen. Now he put his hand on him right there. That's all it takes. I'm shooting it, and you put your hand on me. That is a foul. Can't put your hand on my arm while I'm shooting the ball. Now, why is he late? Well, he's late because, number one, watch this. It's all starting to come together. So he's late because you're playing basketball for a championship and you're standing up. So you're on defense and you're standing straight up. That doesn't go well. That won't end well for you. So he's standing up, and so when he takes off into this dead sprint, automatically you're going to be late. I don't care if you know the play or not. Automatically, you're going to be late. And so there you go. You're late. Bam. Being aggressive. He gets to the free throw line. And even though it's just free throws, it's free throws. So, those are points. The other team has none. The other team has no points. So little details like that are all the difference in the world. Just being in a defensive stance, being able to fight through those screens a little faster because you're prepared. Let's see what else. That's a tough shot, but we get an offensive rebound. So, and I don't think he did a terrible job of trying to box out. However, it's all like you'll make the right play if you're in the position to make the right play, and if you're not, then you just won't. And so nobody expects you to be amazing. So right now, this defender should be able to see his man. And so he should be standing in a position where his left arm should be facing that way, his right arm should be facing that way, his head should be facing kind of that way. So in that situation, he can see his man and the ball, which means he gets to the defender, to the offensive player a second earlier. So right now he's looking for him. So right here, turns his head, he's looking for him, trying to find where he's at. Well, it's too late. He can't find him. By the time he gets to him, he doesn't know where the ball is at now. Well, if he had seen his man and the ball the whole time, he would have been able to box out while keeping an eye on the ball. But he went from couldn't see the ball, or couldn't see his man, then he couldn't see the ball, and now he's trying to find the ball again, but now his man's got the ball. And that's a big time bucket. That's a big time bucket. In the Final Four, I talk about that forever. Remember that time I got that rebound? 2 points, offensive rebound, Final Four. The rest of my life I would talk about it. All right, so they're in their offense. So point guard initiates the offense by making this first pass. Once he makes that first pass, we're in it. Now, Virginia's executing. And that's something that you look at. How is this team getting their points, and how's the other team getting their points? So another situation where a player's playing defense, and it's just the simplest things that you've been taught. It's just the simplest things that you've been taught. So right here, can he see the ball? No. So something bad's gonna happen. If you can't see the ball, then something bad is gonna happen. When he comes off this screen, he's not going off wide. These are the simple things that we talk about. He's coming off shoulder to shoulder. Because he's coming off shoulder to shoulder, the defender has to trail him. And that's a good screen. Hey, big guy, look, you want to play on the court? You want to be a champ? Set a good screen. Okay, coach. So now he's a hero. That's an amazing screen. Set a screen like that, and you don't get any help. And also, if I'm the other team, and we know that that's the offense they're running, and we know he's not a great shooter, I want to sag every time they come off that screen. I want to sag just a little bit and then pop back up. We'll influence that catch and have him at the top of the key. Have him at the top of the key trying to make a play with the ball. We want the ball out of the guard's hands. Now, how does he make this amazing pass? Well, we got the ball, and this is the simplest stuff, guys. This is fifth grade. The ball is above his waist. Why isn't your hand up? Your hand should be up. Your hand should be in the passing lane, tracing the ball, making it hard for him to make this bullet pass. If he does his job by getting his hand up, maybe you save a basket. Maybe you don't. Maybe you play 50 possessions without it saving a basket. Within that one possession may be the difference. This game could come down to the last basket. So it may be different between you being a Final Four or an NCAA champion and not, just because I didn't have my hand up. And so that's why coaches are on you guys about little details like staying in a stance, like coming off the screens tight, like getting your hands up on defense. So that's all it would have took in this possession. Put his hand up. All he got to do is deflect the ball. But instead, you let him throw a dart. Even so, and this is something that you got to take. This is something you have to take into consideration. You have an athlete right here, bam, who almost, once the pass is made, he almost gets there. But this pass is a bullet pass. So if you make him lob the pass just a little bit, it ends up being probably a chase down LeBron type dunk. a LeBron type block. But the ball got there so fast, he can't do anything about it. And it's all because of lack of, not ball pressure, because he is up there, but he just didn't have his hand up. Just put your hand up, you make him make a little bit higher of a pass, he probably gets a chance to make a play on the ball. It would have been a highlight, a block. Simple stuff. It's very simple stuff. That good hedge, we talked about that before. They hedge really well. Really well. That's a great hedge. And he does a good job. After he hedges, he gets back to his man. But you gave up middle. Cannot give up middle. So right here, he did a good job of sitting in a good stance, but he should be guarding that top shoulder. If he doesn't guard the top shoulder, he's going to give up the middle. And that ends up being a dunk. All right, guys, we will leave it right there for right now. We're going to leave you in some suspense to see how that play turned out. If you really want to know what's going on, this game, you can find it on YouTube. Watch the full game right now. Make sure you subscribe. All you have to do is click that little subscribe button down below. And like this video, comment if you have any questions. I'd love to answer your questions. Other than that, I will see you on the next one.